Welcome back to some more War on the Sea, Pacific Theater mod. We are doing part 116. Yeah, 116 episodes. Every time I say it, I wonder how I've managed to do so many episodes. But if you guys have made it this far and you're enjoying it, thank you for watching. Again, I do my videos without any editing. I'm sure that makes it a long haul for everybody, because sometimes my videos go on long, or at least as long as I can bear with. I've had some issues with the game recently, some crashes, some freezing of my PC. I think that's when I go too long. I think my memory, maybe there's too many things in there, maybe. Yeah, so I think I'm having an issue there, but so I have to limit my videos, or try to limit them to just over an hour maybe. So we're on day 276 in the game. We just got command points, 72 of them. I don't recall what was in there, but if we go to the dockyard, and you'll see we have a few more coming out. The Massachusetts is going to come out of dry dock after almost a month. She was in dry dock. So the question is do we put out the South Dakota again or something different? We're approaching December, so we have to think about some things. We've talked a little bit about this. What do we want to put in the game? We have to get through our supplies here, and we go to the next thing I wanted to put out was independence class carriers for my supply chains, mainly because of, if we go back to the Bogue, not the Casablanca, that's in July. What do they got on them? They got 18 Hellcats and 9 Avengers. Yeah, okay. I don't really know what the difference is to make this a better aircraft-like carrier. I much prefer the Independence, which we get in basically 2 months from now, January 14th, 43. We're November 29th, 42. What do they carry? 26 Hellcats and 9 Avengers. And a whole bunch of AAA on this guy. Same radar, but a bigger, nicer ship. And this is what we currently have. 16 Hellcats, so 16 versus 24. One more Avenger. So if we go and we look, Sky Pirate. Yeah, I don't know where they come into the game. I've never seen these Sky Pirates in the game. I'd like to see anything and everything we can possibly find in this game. What is the... Yeah, we're beyond Devastators. I haven't seen them in the game. They're probably from a land base, maybe, or they're from a different aircraft carrier that we haven't used. Buffaloes, we haven't seen them off any land base. The Dauntlesses we have. Avengers. Yeah, aircraft, there's a few aircraft that we haven't seen. The Buffaloes. Helldivers, I don't believe we've seen in the game. Definitely Sky Pirates we haven't seen. What do they got on them? They just have the machine gun And then bombs, aerial rockets. Yeah, okay. I'd like to see how the game works with those. But that's pretty much it of things we haven't seen. So if we go back to the ships, the carrier is one that we want to think about. And then we get into late game stuff. Essex, sure, we'd love to have that. 40 Corsairs, 40 Helldivers. That's where the Helldivers come into play, with 20 Avengers. So much bigger aircraft carrier. And this is what I want to see these in the game. I do. And I'll probably keep the ships that we have in the game as well, but we'll just make fleets with these other big ships. Longbow, not as many aircraft, but it's stepping stone to the late carrier. Wasp, we have one of those already being used. Lexington is being used. And Lexington carrier is being used. Yorktown. So Yorktown and Enterprise are probably what we need to think about putting in instead of the battleship. I have a feeling that if we throw in Yorktown or Enterprise and we put it in with, let's say we put it in with this group here. We have a spot for it. We have our 3 destroyers, so we don't need destroyers, but we put in a carrier here, and they will do 2 things. First of all, they'll keep up with the Sarah. Wherever the hell the Sarah is. Sarah? Oh, way back here. Yeah, the Sarah, the speed, very fast, but it seems to lag behind this group, even though it's very fast as well. So if we put a carrier in this group, I think we can keep these 2 together, and they'll be able to wander free without too much danger. Plus with the cruisers, I think they're well defended, so that might be an option for later. So a carrier maybe instead of another battleship. I want to see the Kearsarge in the game. I think it's a cool, I think it was just a paper ship anyway. I don't know if it actually was a thing, but yeah. And then we get these bigger battleships. We'll probably put these in when we're starting to go towards Japan, if we make it that far in the game. Montana battleship. I want to see these in the game. February will be the first one probably that we'll be able to see. You're already using North Carolina and Washington already. Maryland, we're using Colorado. Pennsylvania, I think we're using the Arizona or unavailable. Yeah, that's in Hawaii, so that's what the U means. So we may put out to Pennsylvania. It's a little slow is the thing there, 21 knots. But most of these, New Mexico, we don't have any of these out. You might want to think about that. If we can park these off of locations maybe and use them as guard. The Alaska, we want to see this in the game as well, mainly because of its AAA. It has quite the, I don't know why this is always like that, but the AAA on this thing is crazy. So yeah, that's the kind of thing we're looking for. So enough of that. Let's get on with the game and see what we got. What do we have that's close? I think you're going back. Let's get you lined up properly. There you go. So I think we're going to look at this being our first engagement for the day. Everybody else is in transit. They're going where they need to go. Who's the next truck? Picking up supplies, which you don't have, so you'll be waiting. You'll be waiting for this guy to show up before you can take more supplies to truck. And truck is doing pretty good. I like that stance there. We're gonna probably up the airfield because why not? And it's gonna be a staging area. So let's just get these guys rolling. We're close enough to safe zone to not have to put up our carriers here. Kingfisher, where are you? Come on. How do they sneak through? That's just boring. I guarantee these are dropping off troops and stuff. We're okay with that. We haven't invaded this location, but we are going to send some stuff their way. So let's do that while we're here. We're going to go with flying fortresses, and here's the thing with this. I've tried using the 12-500s for these destroyers, but out of the number of bombs that you drop, they stagger and it just makes a big old line in the ocean, and they're not very accurate. So we're going to go with these 2,000-pound bombs. So if they do hit, they'll get something done. So let's head you up this way. And if they're coming to us here, well, that'll be a thing. So let's make sure we see if we can catch them in one way or another. You guys, you have a carrier with you now, a light carrier, but you do have a light carrier. So what we're going to do is we're going to launch some aircraft, and we're going to go Avengers first. We're going to do aerial bombing, big old bombs, and send you this way. I'm concerned that they're heading away and going to attack something, so that's why we're going to head that. Do that route. Kevin, you need to launch some stuff as well. Let's do... Again, we're going bombs specifically for the purpose of hitting, damaging, destruct. I don't have any. Where are they? Where are my A-20s? That's not appropriate. We don't like that. Okay, we'll go Mariners then, I guess. And we're gonna go big bombs again. Let's go. Again, I'm going south so that we can catch them if they're heading to a different port. Like if they're coming down here to Shortland to invade, we want to be able to take care of that. We get here and they're not there, they probably went further south. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ignore this and keep you doing a scouty scout on this guy, because we want to make sure that he's doing his thing. We should probably be able to see if he heads south, but I'm guessing he's dropping off troops and supplies at Rabal. Of course, we can't see what's there, except for if this goes up to an airfield, then we'll know. But then we'll just send these guys down to put a big smacking on this guy. Status on calving. We can't rearm here, so that's a thing. You know, delay defense force. Do we want to send you to try and cut them off? From here to here, if we're to measure, you know, 226 miles from here to here, 403, so almost double. From here to here, 283. So if we try to rush these guys in, they'll miss them. They won't get them. What can we send from Milne? It just behooves to send as much as you can, especially there's no airfield here, so we don't have to worry about, you know, attacks, really. The only thing you have to worry about is distance. So if I go like this, 327, I'm hitting the backslash key to do the measuring tool. 327 nautical miles, 491 with torpedoes. But if we wanted to go bombs, like this guy, 386. So if they're there, we can get them all the way. So we're going to launch these 9 Beauforts out, and we're going to send them here and then this way, 405. So 386 is what we have for max. So let's see if we can fix that a little bit. So if we go here and then go to 386. Close enough. Again, we're trying to see if they head this way. We can redirect them on the way if we need. Lay, did we already send something from you? Again, we want to attack these guys. We're going to send Beauforts again. And 491 with torpedoes. Or 1600 AP. Do a check here. So we can send them with 2,000-pound bombs, which is what we're going to do, and we're going to send them. To do that. And I think that's pretty much all we can do. These Avengers are going. Okay, as soon as we can launch again, we will send out probably the Hellcats. And I think the Hellcats have a surprise as well. So maybe we'll send them. We just got the command points back from battleship coming out. We're not going to worry about that at the moment, but again, this says 2 CLs and 5 DDs, 8 ships. So let's see what we get. Do we want to bring this guy in? Let's. A lot of times when you do this, they disappear into oblivion for half an hour, but I think we can risk it. So let's see what we actually have. I'm going to guess it's all destroyers. It is. So we have destroyer, and they probably have maybe 100 troops on each. Our best 200. I don't recall. I don't play the Japanese in these games. I probably could if you wanted me to, but I don't know these ships. And the purpose of the invasion, I don't agree. You know, I don't know how I would play it. You know, I am an American for all intent. You know, yeah. Why would I want to play the enemy? I don't know. They're not the enemy now. They're nice. We're friends now. But so yeah, just destroyers, no CLs. So these guys are fast moving. They're hard to hit, and we're gonna have to think about that. So basically, destroyers and torpedoes is kind of a bad call. We could use some of these and put a garrison of destroyers over here, or a light cruiser and a couple destroyers if they keep trying to come this way. But I think we'll get them on the way back. This group can head that way if we want. Maybe we'll, you know, if they bypass us, that's kind of a thing. But they can't. All they can do is deliver troops. They can't bombard. Yeah, okay, 12 minutes in and we've just been rambling on. So let's get the ball rolling and see if we can find these guys. Mariners, what are you doing? How about you go investigate and see if you can put a smack down on some of these guys. You got 4 1,000-pound bombs. Anybody else not moving? So we're going to send off these guys as well, but what do we want to give them? They got these crazy torpedoes, which is kind of funny. Do we want to send out these crazy torpedoes and see how they do? Look, I guess. Let's give it a shot. Actually, who am I kidding? No. I want to try it again. We tried it with F6Fs. And it was horrendous. Let's see how these F4Fs do. These are F6. Oh no, we did these guys already and it sucked. Well, I've already selected them, so they're going to try again. Redemption. Let's see if they can muster up a better result this time. We could almost immediately empty our entire. See how there's nothing there? That's crazy, man. Wow, there they are. Alright, so they just drove by. Looks like they're heading down south. So Avengers, you need to go this way. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's do this. 203. Okay, you're good. Let's do this. Let's do a P, and everybody go to the P. Speaking of the P, 1 second. Seems no matter how much you prep, nature calls, right? All right, let's get all these guys into the box. And we're gonna hopefully not make a mistake here because if you can get there, you can get there. If you can't, you can't. Mariner, let's get you in the box as well. Let's make sure we got everybody heading the right direction. Not everybody's going to get there, that's fine, but we're going to focus on these three right here. This is probably the last guy, so let's highlight them and go slow. As soon as that guy gets in, we will hit the button. Let's wait on this fortresses as well, why don't we? I'm going to start it here. Let's go tactical. I think we're close enough. And we are. And there they are. And this is just going to be a cluster of bombs that we send off. Let's wait until they show up. And we're going to identify. And we're going to identify all of them. All of them. So, again, the reason why I identify is because I would think it has something to do with the accuracy of bombing. I don't believe it does, but I think it's something that we should investigate and try. I have a feeling it doesn't do anything, but I'm in the habit of doing it, so that's why I do it. And I apologize if it's frustrating for some of you to watch me do this every time, but you know, I'm sorry. So what are you? You're the one without the back turret guy. See here? It's just a AAA gun, I think. You're the flatty. Oh, darn it. I hate it when that happens. I'm just doing, you know, my quick eyeball recognition here. And I may be wrong on some of these, but, you know, I'm trying my best. Alright, so that's everybody, and we're just going to send a fleet of, oh my god, at these dudes. So we're going to 2 B-17s per, but I want them to be spread out. So we're going to do line abreast, spread out. These F6Fs with torpedoes, how silly are you, my friends? We are going to get these guys all on the deck. I'm not going to change their speed at all. Mariners, I want you to be in a box. Avengers, sure, be in a box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we got all sorts of stuff coming. So we're just gonna do what we do. We're going to stagger some of these TBFs though. Again, we really would like to not destroy all of our carrier planes. You know, just wouldn't be that fun. So what are we going to aim for? Let's send you after Kagero, you after Sashio, Mariners go after this middle guy. B-17s, I want to do that. Let's go up a little bit. We're going to break, and we're going to form you in groups. We're going to send these F6Fs into different directions so they can attack from different angles. And we're not going to hit the attack on them until we're there. But let's give them... no, we're just going to wait until they get to where they're going to be. So, B-17 time. I want you to go after... You go after him. You go after him. And you go after him. Spread you out. Mariners, what are you doing? You're going after him. You're going after this guy instead. And hopefully we can get some hits on these guys. I'm not that hopeful. Let's send the Avengers first. I want to send them in somewhat of a... Yeah, you go first. Mariners, you attacking? Yeah, attack that guy. B-17s. We want these guys to wait a little bit. Guys can turn a little bit. And you guys can go up a little bit. Yeah, is this a smart thing to do? Probably not. No. These guys are moving fast, and doing their thing. And these guys may all get shot down, and that's just sad. But B-17s, let's go attack you. Why not? This is going to be ugly. This is going to be an ugly, ugly, ugly engagement. So let's take a look and see just how ugly it is. We're looking up and aircraft everywhere. Bombs coming in. See how angry this is. I expect a lot of misses. That's remotely not even close. And we're losing aircraft. Alright, let's take a look. So, Avengers, you've dropped poorly, I might say. You need to get up and get out of a dodgy dodge. And we're going to have you do that. You Avengers, did you drop your bombs already? I believe you did. And I believe you probably did a horrendous job of it as well. And there's pieces falling off your aircraft. Yeah, you did, because you went after Kagero. So you're going to form up as well. Speed up and get out. We lost one of those guys. What about you guys? Have you dropped already? You have. So you guys form up, speed up, go up. And hopefully we don't lose you guys as well. Who else have we dropped? Hellcats are coming in. That's kind of what we want to see. You guys dropped yet? Nope. Let's see how you do. You're going after way back. I want to watch these guys first. No, they're not going to do it. Really rather not have my aircraft die because of stupid torpedo. It's all I think they're all going to die. Or they just be very badly not accurate. See, those torpedoes, they just don't die very well at all. And they go under. How about that for nothing? So we're losing a lot of aircraft. These guys are dropped already. Hoping they can get away as fast as possible. Warm up. See if we get any bombs drops at all. Yep, awful lot of stuff out there and not a lot of boom booms. Not one hit. Wow. Not one hit. Destroyers are rough, man. They like to dodge. I'm sure there's a way to make it worth their while. These torpedoes are useless. Only potential is this guy. And I don't see it happening. Maybe here. Yeah, just go straight, bro. You'll be good. I'd like a hit. I'd like a hit. Tell me they work, at least. Oh, wow, okay. Wow. Wow. That might be the most exciting thing that happened in this, rather than me losing all those aircraft. Yeah, go this way. Turn a little bit. Not going to happen, my friends. That's the best we get. And we lost a bunch of aircraft as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fighters, 6 fighters off of our carrier, which is bad. And 1 TBF. And bombs. Yeah, bombs. Yeah, we did not get hit 1 hit with any of those. So that's a thing. We will keep 1 guy in reserve to circle above. We'd like to get them heading, if this is the north and this is the south, the east and the west, according to this map is how I look at it. If we want them to go back that way, that would be good. The next engagement will probably go in, we'll do a maybe some manual bombing. Again, those torpedoes, they make the aircraft too vulnerable for the value of what they are. 2 torpedoes hit that destroyer. Let's see what kind of damage it did. And if they're heading east, that's not really the direction we want them to go in. This guy looks rough. He's heavy critical, Sashio. So one of the things that I think the game does is, let me turn this down a little bit for you. One of the things I think the game does is it takes, you have your fleets, right? So you have these ships numbered by their fleet orientation. 1 being usually the primary position, and then everybody else is supporting. So like if you have a carrier or battleship or whatever, it's usually put in the most safe location, 1. So they key this as being the most important ship in the group, even if they're all the same kind of ships, all destroyers, right? So if you take out the number 1 ship or the number 2 ship, most cases the engagement will go away. In other words, these guys will head north and get out of Dodge. They won't continue on south. The other thing I like to think about is, if this guy does survive, which I don't think he will, but if he does, he will slow down the fleet. He should. And that's a good thing, because then you can do multiple engagements. What I don't like to see is how they abandon it. They all seem to be heading northeast, which is a good position for them to be in. We want them to head this way. But we're going to hang out until this fire goes out. Let's speed it up, because if he does put it out, that's fine. If not, we get a command point. But look at how low he is in the water, my God. So there goes the fire. Still burning under below the decks. That's why there's so much fire. Or so much smoke. There's more burning. He's just going to circle. Look at the... He's spurting up props out of the water there. So yeah, we're going to stay in until this smoking goes away, which it will, and this guy will survive. Oh, maybe not. If he keeps randomly burning, he may sink. Let's see what the report says. Yeah, he's critical. He's going to sink. You have to stay in the engagement until he actually sinks. There is scuttling in the game, but it's rare. I have not seen it very often in game playthroughs. I expect another fire. Still critical. What are all these Jabberwockies doing? This guy's playing bumper cars over here? Yeah? Okay, well, if the game makes it seem stupid, I'm gonna allow it, but I don't want to allow it for my own ships. Why? I've said this many times, I'll say it again. If the game has certain rules or manipulations in the game that I believe make no sense. For example, fleets get in formations, right? This formation stuff where you have different formations so you can put your ships in and you can change that or whatever. There comes a time where ships randomly do stuff that captains would not do. When I say that, I mean they would not collide within one another. They just wouldn't. They'd avoid damaged aircraft. They'd get away from them, keep a distance, so if they lost control of their ship, they wouldn't be a damage to others, like these guys seem to like to do. If the game wants to randomize and have these ships go all squirrely whirly and have Seaman Recruit take the wheel of some of these ships and they collide into one another like that, I don't think, I think if anything they should be formations upon retreat that make the enemy fan out away from one another, not just random circles, or if they do random circles, there must be a distance between other ships that they don't collide. But the game doesn't do that. Maybe it's too complex, maybe I read too much into it, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, I'm going to allow them to do what they do, but I don't want my ships to do that because it's just idiotic. So hopefully this guy will sink. He's still burning. Let's speed up and get out of here. If this smoke goes away, we will leave. How's that for a rant? We got more aircraft coming in after him. And they're still colliding with one another. And again. Yeah, it should never happen. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't think that this should be part of the game. I just think that it's just one of those things that maybe in inclement weather, maybe in a fog, maybe at night, maybe in a port, maybe if you leave your ships stagnant and they don't continue in a circle movement, like when you're doing the big map and you have them go in a square for they want to patrol, but if you leave them in a spot too long, they will inflict damage upon themselves because they're stationary. You know, maybe that's a thing, but this whole damaging because of reasons. Yeah, we didn't hit any of these ships. So we say, okay, well, we damaged them all with their splash damage, and that's why they're damaged. Sashio didn't get hit by us at all. Neither did Hatsuharu. Did we attack them? Yeah, but our bombs didn't even come close. Do we justify it and say that that's okay that we're doing what we're doing? So this guy's done. Let's get out. Okay, I'll try not to continue that rant anymore. See me in 10 more videos. We'll see if I talk about it again. Alright, let's return our aircraft. This guy, Mariner's coming in, so maybe we'll be able to drop some stuff on him as well. Let's remove this. Avengers, you guys RTB to the carrier. F6Fs, we still got 10. Okay, RTB. We're not going to use those torpedoes again. I have to remember that. And yeah, you may not be able to go in there and drop your bombs, but we'll see if we can get you in. And I think he's heading east. He's going this way around the island, I think. So we are going to send him that way. And then back this way. And then home. Don't have the mileage for that, but we'll see what we can find. Alright, so Beaufort, you go this way. I want you, if you can, to course this way. You are just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. And let's get these guys all lined up on something that will be beneficial. 67, you're not going to be able to complete that. And you're going up, so let's course you up. I'm going to have you just scout this way. See if we find him again. Probably won't, but maybe we will. Get up another scout, and we're going to put him in a circle around us. Yeah, a lot of misses, and that's a big negative, so we're going home. But we're going to stop it right here. We'll see you in the next one.